compassion in action. So we're going to put the compassion that we've learned into action. We are going to be writing a letter of encouragement to someone in your community. And one thing that you might want to think about is, who do you want to write a letter to and why? What might that person be feeling? Compassion and action activities remind us how we can be with each other so that in everything we make, do, or say, we feel Emmanuel, or God with us. These small, simple, tangible acts express the deep, wide compassion of God. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is writing a letter. This is compassion. I see your hurt. I feel hurt with you, and I help to ease your hurt. Let's write a letter of encouragement to someone in your community. You can write a letter and give it to someone at your local grocery store, or you can send the letter in the mail to an older adult in your congregation, someone who is incarcerated, or medical workers at a hospital. There may be many people that could use your compassion right now. And if you need ideas for someone to write to, I have a lot of people that would love a letter. So just let me know, or you can ask someone in your family or an adult that you know. So some stories about people's experiences right now during the pandemic might include how grocery store workers are working especially hard to make sure people can safely shop for food for their families, even though it can be risky to be working in a grocery store where you could catch COVID-19. Another example is healthcare workers. They also are putting their lives on the line each day to care for those who are sick and need medical assistance. Another population that is very at risk of getting COVID-19 is people who are in prison, because they're trapped inside all together. And so that can feel very lonely and scary. Older adults, like elderly, or maybe you have a grandma or a grandpa or elderly neighbor, they are more at risk of getting sick. That means they could get sick more easily than younger people. But in order to stay healthy, they have to be isolated from their family and friends. That means they can't see their family and friends in person. And so that can be very lonely as well. Some of our elected officials, like the mayor or congressmen and congresswomen, are working to make our communities safe, but they still need encouragement to work on making things better for essential workers, or people in prison, or the elderly, and other people who are at risk or isolated from COVID-19. So who else do you think you could write to? We can be brave with them. We can show them that we are with them. And we can give them a loving word of encouragement so they feel God's presence. So here are some examples of things that you might write. I wonder if you're scared of getting sick. I'm praying for God to protect you. I wonder if you're feeling lonely. I'm praying for God to surround you with love. I wonder if you're worried about the future. I'm praying for God to give you hope. I'm wondering if you're sad. I'm praying for God's grace for you. And you should have received a coloring page as well that you can use to send with your letter, or you can create your own.
Are brave enough to show compassion. We are brave enough to listen and tell the truth. We are brave enough to love. We are brave enough to show compassion.
And then there's a second activity. And that would be making homemade thank you cards and care packages. As we shelter in place to keep our families safe, there are people taking risks and demonstrating their bravery. Think about someone in your neighborhood who is helping your family. Maybe the people making deliveries to your home to bring you food. Let's create thank you cards and set up a care package on your porch to show you appreciate their bravery. Then next time they come over, they can pick up the package. This is a great opportunity to show compassion and spread kindness to your neighbor. So the materials that you'll need for the care package are snacks, water bottles, paper, and crayons. And you will just make a small care package to say thank you to all the delivery people. You can put it in a basket or a box with a card, snacks, and water on your porch, and then all the delivery people will help themselves. And if you think of other things that you think they might appreciate, you can include those as well. And that is all for today.